This is a Touchstone Publishers presentation, your trusted source of leadership knowledge.
Greetings and welcome to our discussion on the 17 principles of success, the 17 principles of being a great leader. I'm going to ask that you take a look at all 17 of these principles and treat them as kind of like an operating system to your leadership skills. So if you're going to have these run underneath the skills and techniques that you're going to apply to become a great leader, I think you'll find great success. So the number one principle we want to discuss today is the deftness of purpose. A deftness of purpose you might consider to simply say that you are going to know why you're doing what you're doing. Why you're doing what you're doing. See, you're going to have to spend a lot of extra time learning and studying and working with other people. And you're going to have to spend some time working with people you don't like. You need to understand why you're doing this. You need to understand that sometimes people are going to doubt you. And despite that doubt, if you have a clear definiteness of purpose, a clear understanding of your reasons why, you'll be able to battle through that. So here's your first homework assignment. You need to promise yourself today you're going to spend at least 5 minutes, but it could take you up to an hour. But you're going to spend at least 5 minutes writing down why you want to be a great leader, why you're doing what you're doing. That will create your definiteness of purpose. Number two, create a mastermind group. A mastermind group or alliance. It's proven that if you work with other people to hold yourself accountable and you're holding them accountable, you have a much better chance of growing quicker with more positive, powerful results. So create a mastermind group, but let me give you a couple pieces of caution about that. Do not create a mastermind group with anybody who reports to you. Do not create a mastermind group with your peers. Create a mastermind group with people who you aspire to reach and that you can help. Here's the balance. You aspire to reach the level, but you can help. You're not just going to give, you got to take. Aspire to reach and that you can help. Create a mastermind group with those people. Now, here's the most powerful mastermind group you can create though. Create a group with people who are outside of your industry, who are not part of your industry. People who maybe are working military and you work in manufacturing. Work with people outside of your industry. Now, here's something I would like for you to consider. If you're not in a position to create a mastermind group with people, then I'm going to suggest that you create a mastermind group with people in history. Go read people's biographies. Go read Socrates' work, Benjamin Franklin's work, Emerson's work. Go read their work. That is a very powerful mastermind. So if you're not in the place where you can set up that type of mastermind with people that you can actually talk to, go read some of the great minds' works and see how you can apply that to your living. That'll help you build a great mastermind group. The next one, applied faith. When things get tough, you need to know that you're going to win. Applied faith. When you don't see it working out, you need to know you're going to win. You need to know that it's going to win because you know why you're going to do it, and you have a mastermind group that you can work with. You're going to apply faith. You're going to say, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I want you to do this, though, every single morning. Have applied faith and see in your mind how your day is going to go, and then go to live that day. You'll be surprised. The first couple days, nothing seems to really match with what you thought about that morning. But the third, fourth, fifth day in, what you have imagined how the day is going to go, how you're going to handle this meeting, how you're going to handle this difficult employee. Those things, as you apply that faith in the morning, tends to show up throughout the course of the day. That was number 3, applied faith. Number 4, start going the extra mile or two. Learn more than everybody else. Do more than everybody else. Be more than everybody else. Go that extra mile or two. You're not sure how to do something? Go pick up the book and learn how to do it. I heard one person say the other day, it made a lot of sense to me. You know how to do something? Go get Google and learn how to do it. And then go get a book and learn how to do it. Google will open up the doors for you, but then you go get a book and learn how to do it. Go the extra mile or two. Always make sure that you're just a little bit better than your competition. In fact, make sure that you are clearly a little bit better. Number 5, a pleasing personality. You need to make sure that you have the type of personality that people want to be around, people gravitate toward. And I can guarantee you this, if you have a definite of purpose, a reason why, and you know that reason why, people tend to gravitate toward you. You tend not to worry about the small stuff. You tend to be a little more situated and happy, and people tend to gravitate towards you. When you have true confidence, people tend to gravitate towards you because you're not beating them up, you're helping them. A pleasing personality. Make sure that's one of those principles that's underlining everything that you're doing. Number 5, personal initiative. You do it first. You see a piece of paper on the floor, you don't wait for someone else to pick it up, you pick it up. You see that something is not quite working right, you pick up the initiative to make it work right, to do what's necessary, to document, to study, to learn, to read. You have a problem with an employee coming to work on time, it's your personal initiative for you to nip that in the bud early. You don't wait till it gets out of control, you do it first. It's your personal initiative to make sure that you're going the extra mile or two. It should be a personal initiative to know that you're sitting down with your mastermind group and learning how to handle things, getting a different feel, creating some synergy in your mastermind group. That's your personal initiative. You got to go for it first. Okay? Positive mental attitude. You have to have a positive mental attitude. You have to always hit each day, no matter how tough it's been, how hard it's been, with a positive mental attitude. And you have to find ways to take care of yourself because we are humans. So you may have to go through the entire day with a positive mental attitude and you're worn out. You have to come up with a game plan so that that positive mental attitude can recharge itself. Here's the game plan. Get proper sleep. Period. Get proper sleep. For some of us, that's 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. For most of us, if not all of us, that means getting sleep without a bunch of food in your belly or alcohol in your belly. Getting sleep so your body can fully rest, recharge, and clean itself out and be ready to go for you in the morning. That's how you can also have a positive mental attitude. But let me tell you something that you should consider doing every single morning before your feet hit the floor. In fact, I challenge you for the next 15 mornings, days off included, next 15 mornings before your feet hit the floor. And even if your feet have hit the floor, put them back under the covers and say to yourself this simple phrase. Yes. Say to yourself yes every single morning before your feet hit the floor. Yes, you're going to have a positive attitude. Yes, this day is going to go the way I just imagined it in my head. Yes, it's going to be a great day. Yes, I'm going to make a difference. Say yes every single morning before your feet hit the floor. Some people say yes and throw a fist up in the air proudly to say yes. It's going to be a great day. This will help you create a positive mental attitude. You know what else you need to have though? Another principle, enthusiasm. You must be enthusiastic. You must be enthusiastic to help people. You must be enthusiastic to get through the hard work. You must be enthusiastic to be a leader. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, that is so key. How do you going to create enthusiasm? Well, guess what? By having a positive mental attitude, by knowing that you're learning more than everybody else, by knowing that if you have an issue, you can go to your mastermind group. Have enthusiasm. The next one's a little bit difficult, but it's easy. Self-discipline. Create some self-discipline. Create a checklist if you have to for yourself and make sure you have the discipline to check off everything every single morning and know that you're enjoying and you're enthusiastic about the process of being able to put a check mark. I did my morning exercise. I did eat properly. I did get my 8 hours sleep. Have some self-discipline so that you can check these things off and feel good about that process of checking them off. Be more concerned with the process because then the results will take place. What do you have to do in order to be successful? What processes do you have to have in mind? And then you have to have the self-discipline to follow those processes on a daily basis. Accurate thinking. That's a big principle, and let's talk about that briefly. Accurate thinking simply means you don't just accept what people say. You don't just accept it. You look at it. You understand it. If you need to research it, you research it. I'll give you an example. Some folks say that millennials do not like to work. They don't know how to work. They don't have the discipline. They don't compete. Accurate thinking might tell you, no, millennials, they know how to cooperate with each other. And if I can use that cooperation, I can get more done. Cooperation versus being competitive. Accurate thinking would cause you to reach down and start thinking through that and deciding which one's best, which way is to work. Controlled attention. A big principle, but here's how we call it these days. Task management. Do not multitask anymore. Control your attention. Focus on one thing at a time. One issue at a time. Don't try to run 3 issues at one time. Don't try to be so scatterbrained back and forth that you're trying to do this and do that, do this and do that. Controlled attention means no more multitasking. Teamwork. Okay, you got to get your team together. You got to work with people. You got to help them so they can help you. You got to work with them so they can trust you, so you can trust them, so that you both know that you can trust each other and work together to get it accomplished. Everyone has to know in order to have a great team. By the way, everyone has to know in order to have a great team, what is the purpose? Why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we doing this in the team? Why am I doing this part? Why are you doing that part? Clarity. Adversity and defeat are going to happen. And in this operating system, you must figure out a ways to deal with adversity and defeat. But guess what? You already have those ways. They're in the top part of your operating system. When you know why you're doing this. When you're willing to learn more than everybody else. When you're willing to have a positive mental attitude when things go wrong, you can say, yes, I can fix this. So you won't fix any problem from the area of thinking there's a problem. You'll fix all your problems when you start thinking, yes, I can fix the problems, because that causes you to get to a higher level and think from a different viewpoint. Most great leaders are great at this, and I'm going to suggest that you find a way to get great at it too. Being able to create a vision amongst your team, amongst the people who work with you. They must be able to see it, taste it, feel it, know it. The vision that you have for your team, they must be able to see that same vision, feel that same vision, know that same vision, be part of that same vision, want that same vision. By the way, when you're creating great vision and they can see it, feel it, and want it, that's all the motivation anybody needs. So there's other things you can do to create motivation, but if you create a great vision in people and they have that same vision that you have as a leader, that's all the motivation they need. So create a great vision. Principle that you have to look at, and this is not meant to be this low on the list, but it is your health. You have to be healthy. You have to start eating the right things. You have to start eating the things that you know are correct. I'm not here to lecture or talk to you about your health, about your eating. You know what you have to do to fix it, and you fix it because you're going to have the self-discipline to fix it because that's part of your operating system. Health. Budgeting time and money. That is a powerful, powerful system. You cannot be walking around broke waiting for the next paycheck. You need to get yourself into the position at the minimum where when you get paid on a Friday, that particular check, you won't need it for 6 months. That is a powerful goal. If you're doing that hourly rate right now, you don't want to have a paycheck and you have to Thursday and you can't wait for Friday. When that paycheck comes on Friday, you want to be in the position where you know it's going in the bank and you don't need it for 6 months. You won't need to touch that one for 6 months to make your living expenses. Get there. That's how you're going to manage your money. Manage your time, budget your time that same way. Your time has more value than money. Budgeting your time and money is a critical principle for your success, and keep that in mind. Habits. Let's start to create some great, powerful habits. Morning habits, morning rituals, habits of saying good morning to everybody on your team, habit of being self-disciplined and checking off your checklist, habits of reading more so you can learn more, so you can be just a little bit better than everybody else. These are habits that you need to get. You need to become comfortable with so that they can create a powerful life for you. You want this on automatic pilot for yourself. You don't want to have to be forcing these things 2 months down the road. Let's create some powerful habits. So there you have it, 17 principles for your success, 17 underlying principles for success in leadership. And remember what we said at the start, these are all underlying principles. They all underline your skills and your techniques that you're going to learn and must have to be a great leader. Hey, thank you for your time.
Thank you for watching this presentation from Touchstone Publishers. Please subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new episodes are published.